There's just lots of blood that pools. Gets hard to talk after a little while. You know what that just makes me want to do?
What?
Be efficient.
Yeah, no shit. Get to it. Hey everybody, welcome to Seriously Lighthearted Yoga. Today we are going to be breaking down Plow pose. This is Plow pose. Our lovely,
I wonder why it's called that.
Our lovely model
Because
here.
it looks like a plow.
Kai. It does look like a plow, as in like his feet being the blade of the plow.
Yep.
So, anyway, what is important when we're talking plow pose?
Yeah, guys, so plow pose here. This is a fairly deep back stretch, so you can kind of feel it all the way from this back of your heart up, maybe all the way through your hips, and down the back of your legs even. So it's kind of like what I would call a full back stretch. And when you're in this pose, there are a few things I would like you to think about to protect yourself here again, remembering that all of the alignment cues that we give here are really just for the purposes of safety. So the first of them being, if your toes do not touch the ground behind you, if they're up in the air like this, just bring your hands to your lower back. That's where I'd like them to be if they're not on the ground. This helps you keep a lot of that support in your arms and allows the weight of your hips to kind of fall into your hands a bit so that you're not trying to hold everything up here without them. That's not good for you. And then the second being, I want the weight in your body to be on your shoulders and not in your neck at all. So you don't want it to be in your neck. Your neck should feel pretty much like it does when you're laying on the ground. And I am serious about that. No weight there. And if for some reason you're feeling some sort of weight in your neck, you can have, say, your instructor take a look at the pose for you and just see how you are setting it up and what you could be doing to take the weight back into your shoulders and your elbows here. Beyond that, a couple of the finer points in the pose. If you have all of that comfortably, think about bringing your hips up toward the ceiling. So trying to pull them up, actually, toward the ceiling. And that is something that a lot of people don't mention in yoga classes, but it does help you get a lot of that core effort in and still brings a lot of the length into your back so that you're not collapsing into your spine and curling in too much. It helps you elongate through your torso as well. From there are a few variations with your hands. If your toes, these guys over here, do reach the ground, you can bring your toenails down to the ground if you'd like. It makes it just a little bit deeper, and then also makes you think about those hips a little bit more. Once you've done that, you can also think about bringing those arms out, extended below you. Again, this is if your toes are on the ground, or if you'd like, you can clasp your hands. If you clasp your hands, you can begin to slowly roll those shoulders underneath you so that they're a little bit more directly underneath your weight. It's something that you really have to feel for yourself. But from there are a whole bunch of different postures and things that you can move to. We'll get into those another time. But again, in plow pose, the kind of important points here are to make sure that you don't have any weight in your neck. You really don't want that. Bring it into your shoulders, bring it into your elbows. Perfectly fine for it to be there. And then you also don't want to hold it for too long is another thing I want to emphasize too. It is a very deep back stretch for a lot of people. And if you hold it too long, you make that your back muscles really sore, which can actually take your spine out of alignment because they're so exhausted. So like you'll find that afterwards, if your back is really sore, it gets harder to just sit up straight. And that's, an indication that you've gone a little bit too far in the posture. So think about that, guys. Breathe with it. Try the pose out. See how you like it.
Yeah, have some fun with it. Be safe with your neck. Also be safe with your back. Just be patient with it and enjoy it. It's a good one.